experience with Shashank is fantastic. I have decided whenever if I decide to go for any safaris, I'll go with him only.
This entire plan came to be, I guess I saw your videos on YouTube, and I got to know about you through Facebook also. And I read your articles, and I was, since childhood, I'm very interested in wildlife. As we grew up, we used to watch documentaries on Discovery, Nat Geo. So what the work you were doing, that really interested me, and I was very fascinated by it. So I thought I should actually start with someone who's knowledgeable and who's actually going to explain me things in a better manner.
I love the stillness of the forest because I could make out all the sounds of different birds and animals. And whenever we stopped, because we were expecting an animal to be sighted or for a tiger to walk out, it just, the stillness felt wonderful. It brought about a sense of calm for me. I loved the forest. It wasn't extremely dense because then that would obviously reduce the chances of seeing animals, tigers, etc. So I think it was just right.
The birds that I remember were like rose-ringed parrot, which we saw, the brain fever, then black-headed oriole. That was very pretty.
A chow singha deer, which is very rare. We saw nilgai, we saw sambars, and of course spotted deer, which are there in abundance. We saw the gaur, and we saw a lot of them, which is not something which is very common to see a lot of them together. That was very exciting. We saw jackals again, which are very, very rare. Of course, we saw wild boar, we saw langurs. Yeah, to the best of my knowledge and to the best of my memory, these are the animals I remember seeing.
Property is very good, staff is very helpful, food is amazing. At any hour of the day, you can just call them and they'll come and they'll help you out.
The food, their hospitality,
very good,
their nature, I think the way they were helpful, they used to come and literally one call.
They always have a smile on their
always,
face.
for everything. So I think, like I said, it's better than the most luxurious properties we've actually visited.
So in our penultimate safari in Kursapar, we had since we had seen a couple of mating tigers the previous evening, we were hoping to see them in the same place. So we drove there at the beginning, and we were looking around for them, and getting a bit disappointed that we were not finding bug marks or any signs of them or any signs of sighting them. When suddenly our guide got a call from one of his colleagues, and we then drove like madmen. And since I was seated in the front of the car, it was quite an experience for me because I had my heart in my mouth for the major part of the journey. And when we reached the place that everybody was asking us to go to, we were awestruck, thunderstruck by this beautiful tiger called Bindu that suddenly we saw sitting regally on top of some rocks and staring at us imperiously and looking around, her kingdom. It was very, very memorable, to say the least. There was pin drop silence, even though there were 10 safari jeeps there, filled with people, but everybody was just looking at her. You didn't even have to, use binoculars and cameras in the beginning. You could just see with the naked eye because she was, sitting up and staring and looking around. It was a wonderful, wonderful memory that I have. And later on, we waited there for a long time. Later on, she got up and walked away. And unfortunately, we found that she was limping.
I mean, those cubs are so handsome. I mean, you can call it so good looking. They're very nice. I was thrilled to see the tiger at such a close quarter. The drivers and guides were so nice. They were so used to these safaris. But they were going out of their way to help us, and we were like, for me, I was amateur, I didn't know anything, but they used to explain so much in detail, and they were so nice at it. Like what we had difficulty locating with binoculars, they used to locate it with the naked eye. They were very experienced and very nice, very polite.
Shashank, the way you've actually made this trip for us, now I think we'll take back a lot of memories, meeting so many new people, interacting with them, all of that. I think all in all, it was a very memorable trip, and I think we'll take back home a lot of memories with us. So I'm sure we're going to do Masai Mara with you next. I'm looking forward to that.
So, Shashank has actually delivered much more than his promise. He's one of the rare people whose marketing is actually very true to what he actually delivers on the ground. I really liked his temperament, and he's of course very, very knowledgeable about his work. He's a subject matter expert. But what matters to me most is his politeness, his customer focus, and his inclusiveness. And I'm floored by that, and I hope to use his services more going forward. And I've also shared his contact details with all my friends and acquaintances who are interested in wildlife, and I hope they do the same.
Amazing safari, guys. If you would like to in fact join us on our safari tours and expeditions, please do connect with us on the platforms mentioned below. And if you'd like to know more on India's wildlife and our protected areas, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.